Multiple structural directives with a host element. In this video, we are going to discuss about why we cannot use multiple structural directives with a host element, how we can use them by using ng container. Simple example program to understand this. If multiple structural directives are used with a host element, Angular could not able to find in which order those structural directives should be executed. Suppose for the first structural directive, the expression fails and that component is deleted from the DOM. So the second structural directive cannot be applied on that host element. To avoid such cases, Angular not allows to use multiple structural directives on a host element. For example, P is a host element where we are trying to use ng if and ng for. Such cases will not be allowed by Angular, and it will throw the exception by saying that multiple structural directives cannot be used on single element. We have some alternatives. First one is we can put that host element within the div tag, and one of that structural directive we can add it to the div, and another one we can add it to the host element. Here we have some problems. First thing is unnecessarily we are adding one more div tag to the DOM. Another one is if any styles that are matching with this div tag, those styles will be applied to this div tag and host element. That is not the expected behavior. Okay. To handle this situation, we have ng container in Angular. Ng container is basically a grouping element, and Angular doesn't put it in the DOM. So it doesn't interfere with the styles or layouts of the DOM. These structural directives can be used with ng container. In place of div, we need to use ng container. Then we can assign the structural directives. Then we can put host elements within this ng container. Let us try to understand the same thing with simple example program. Okay. This is the application which was created by Angular CLI. Let me try to modify this app component. Let me put some p tag only. I'm just adding some text. Okay, let me save it. Yeah, we can see the text here. Okay, now let me try to add ng if with some text. Let us put true here. Let me add one more ng for. Okay, let me add some text, some set of values here. Let us take the same countries. It is the string array. Constructor, let us assign some values to this dot countries is equal to some text, some countries list, we can add it. Some countries I'm adding to this list. Okay, let us try to use these countries for the for loop. Then we need to write let some variable, any variable name of that list we need to specify. Okay, let me add one more variable here, boolean type is display. Let me make it as boolean. Then let us make it as true. Okay, I'm using this value here. Let us save it. Okay, let us see the output here. Here nothing is showing. Let us try to find what is the issue. Yeah, here we can see that can't have multiple template bindings on element. Use only one attribute prefixed with star. That means we can use only one structural directives on single host element. Okay, we can modify this by using the div tag. Okay, let me put this p tag within this div tag. Okay, let me change this one to div tag. Let me save it. Let's see the output. Yeah, three times it has been added to the DOM and it displayed on browser. Okay, now it is working. This is the way we can use multiple structural directives for single element, but it has the issue. If any styles defined in component related to the div selector, then those styles will be applied to this div element, this host element. Let us try to understand that also. I have created one div selector where I am putting background color some right. Okay, let us see the output here. Here we can see that host element is assigned with some styles, that styles we are not expecting. Okay, to avoid such cases we have uh, ng container. Ng container, in place of div we can put here. Ng container advantage is it will not add to DOM, so any styles or any layout changes will not happen to that DOM. Okay, let us try to save it and see the output. Yes, we can see that this is the way we can use ng container in case of if you want to add if you want to use multiple structural directives to the single host element. This is the way we need to use it. Thank you.